We have tons of modifications. So yes, it's a challenging thing, but anyone can do it. So definitely make sure you register for that. Great way to support the troops. All right, here we go. Take a step back from your desk. We're going to be using our desk chair today. And we're going to start off strong with one of my favorite stretches. Place your hands behind or on the back of your chair. Take a few steps away. Make sure the toes are facing towards your chair. Feet are shoulder width apart. And then you're going to slowly start to hinge at the hips, bringing the chest down towards the ground. Now, almost immediately, you should feel a nice stretch all along the side of the body, into the lats, into that upper back. You might even feel a stretch in the hamstrings, depending on how tight they are, but keep a slight bend in the knees here. Again, just letting that torso kind of fall towards the ground, keeping pressure in the hands, taking some nice deep breaths in and all the way out. Let it all go. I like to also rock side to side here. Just getting deeper in that side stretch on each side. Good. Let's take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and stand up. Now I want you to widen your base here. So walk your feet apart for me. Toes are still facing forward. And we're going to take it to a groin stretch. So nice and slowly, I want you to bend one leg, keep the opposite leg straight. So from the front, we're looking like this. And then you'll come back to that center position and switch sides. So you want to keep those hips shooting back and down as you bend that leg. And using your chair for support here, for balance. This is very similar to a side lunge you would see in a strength workout, but we're using that chair so that we're not really working those legs. We're really focusing on that stretch in the groin, which is that inner thigh. And feel free to hold for a few seconds on each side. And as you start to work through this, you'll notice that your range of motion can increase. So maybe you can get a little bit lower in that lunge position. Very good. Exhaling as you stand, inhaling as you lower. Let's do one more on each side. Take your time. Good. And when you finish, go ahead and shake out those legs. We're going to turn to the side now, so facing the side of our chair. And we're going to take that outside leg and cross it behind the other leg. Take that outside arm and lean up and over, reaching across over our chair. Now the goal here is to keep those shoulders up. I don't want you to lean forward. So really elongating that right side of the body. Try to breathe through the stretch. And feel free to relax your eyes here. Actively reaching that arm up and across. Good. Last cycle of breath. And exhale, take it back up to standing. We'll switch sides, same thing. So reset here. We're going to take that outside leg, cross it behind, take the outside arm, reach it up and over, leaning to the side, keeping that chest up. Good. Let that hip shoot out to the side as much as you can. Great work. On that next exhale, go ahead and stand it on up, shake it out. Next up, we're going to do a quad stretch. Now, different options for this one. If you can, you're going to reach back behind you, grab onto that ankle, and pull the heel towards the glute. If your flexibility doesn't allow for you to reach back behind you, totally fine. You can use that chair. So you're going to place your foot on the seat of the chair. And same thing, Tuck the hips under, really drive those hips forward so that we're focusing on that hip flexor here. Using your chair for balance, you can also use a wall, anything you need to stay stable in that quad stretch. Now watch here that we're staying on top of that standing leg. We don't want to, pop into the hip. Stay on top and then keep that knee facing straight towards the ground. So we don't want to be out like this. We want that knee pointed down. Couple more deep breaths here. And then we will even it out. Go ahead and release. We'll take it to the other side. So reaching back behind you, grabbing onto that ankle and pull. Or use that seat of your chair if you need to. Tuck the hips under. And lengthening the front of the leg. If you want a balance challenge, feel free to take that hand off your chair, focus on a spot on the floor, challenge those ankle stability muscles. Good, and go ahead and release, shake it out. Next up, we're gonna stretch out the calves a little bit more. So go ahead and take it to a lunge position. So bringing one foot back behind you, toes are facing forward. Important that we're not tight roping here, so make sure those feet are about hip distance apart. If I were to look at you, I should be able to see both feet. Using your chair for support if you need to, and then I want you to keep that back leg nice and straight. Drive the heel into the ground. And you'll feel a nice stretch in the calf muscle. Good. Holding here, taking some nice deep breaths. Allow that front leg to bend as much as you need to, but keeping that back leg nice and straight. And we'll go ahead and switch sides. So take that other leg back behind you. Same thing, toes facing forward. Drive the back heel into the ground. And watch your hips here. Make sure that we're not anteriorly tilting forward. So tuck the tailbone a little bit. Imagine your hips being in a bucket of water. You don't want to tilt them forward. You don't want to tilt them back. You want a nice neutral pelvis. Last deep breath in. And exhale, shake it out. All right, last thing we're gonna do is take some nice deep breaths and bring it into a forward fold. So take a deep breath in, bring those arms up to the sky. I want you to reach and elongate that spine as much as you can. And then we'll go ahead and hinge at the hips. So start to bring those hands down towards the ground, keeping those legs mainly straight, but keep a slight bend in the knee so we're not locking out the legs. And I want you to just hang here like a rag doll. Let the arms hang. Let the upper body just fall towards the ground. Release the neck here. You might notice you're holding some tension in the neck. So just shake the head yes, shake the head no. Let all of that tension in the neck go. Really rounding the spine here. Getting rid of all of that tension that's built up from the week. And then nice and slowly, we're gonna roll up. So I want you to focus on rolling up nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. I want your head to be the very last thing that comes up. Slow, slow, slow. And then roll the shoulders back, lift the head, pull those shoulder blades down towards your back pockets. And that, my friends, is our Friday death stretch. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hope you had a great week and have an awesome weekend, everyone. See you next time.